Just hours after both sides agreed to extend a ceasefire, Pakistan launched new strikes on terrorist hideouts against Afghanistan. Security sources say that the precision strikes targeted the Hafiz Gul Bahadur group, a network blamed for recent attacks hitting areas in Afghanistan's Paktika province near Urgun and Barmal. The operation came shortly after a suicide bombing at a military post in North Waziristan, where attackers tried to storm Khaddi Fort in Mir Ali. Security forces say they foiled the attempt, killing all four militants before they could enter. The Taliban government in Kabul quickly condemned the strike, saying its forces are ready to respond if Afghanistan is attacked. But Pakistan's official insists the truce only covered hostilities between the two sides, not counter-terrorism operations against militant groups using Afghan soil. Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif then made a strong statement. In a post on social media, he said Islamabad's relationship with Kabul would no longer be the same. He said Pakistan won't be sending any more protest letters or peace delegations. Instead, anyone behind acts of terrorism will pay a heavy price. According to the defense minister, Pakistan has held hundreds of meetings with Afghan officials since the Taliban took power in 2021, yet the results have been grim. Over 10,000 terrorist incidents and nearly 4,000 Pakistanis killed, including civilians and security personnel. Despite the airstrikes, diplomacy continues. Delegations from Pakistan and Afghanistan are expected to meet in Doha for talks mediated by Qatar, though the atmosphere is tense. The truce will remain in place until those talks conclude. Pakistan's Foreign Office says both sides are trying to resolve what it called a complex but solvable issue. But the ministry also warned that Afghanistan has become a breeding ground for terrorism and that the world shouldn't wait for another large-scale disaster before acting.
At the Taliban regime's request and with mutual consent, the government of Pakistan and the Afghan Taliban regime decided to implement a temporary ceasefire which became effective 6 p.m. on 15th October 2025 and will span for 48 hours. During this period, both sides are making sincere efforts to find a positive resolution to this complex but solvable issue through constructive dialogue. Pakistan greatly values dialogue and diplomacy and a mutually beneficial relationship with Afghanistan. At the same time, the government of Pakistan continues to closely monitor the situation and would take all possible measures to safeguard its territory and the lives of its people. Pakistan strongly rejects assertions and insinuations by the interim Afghan foreign minister in India to divert attention from the presence of terrorist elements in Afghanistan. By making these baseless assertions, the Taliban regime cannot absolve itself of its responsibilities towards regional peace and stability. Continued presence of terrorist elements on Afghan soil and the freedom of activities enjoyed by them in Afghanistan are well documented, including in the UN monitoring team reports. The fight against terrorism is a common cause. Instead of shifting responsibilities, the Taliban regime should honor its commitment of not allowing its territory to be used for terrorism against other countries and play its due role in achieving peace and stability in the region and beyond. Pakistan has repeatedly shared its concerns related to the presence of Fitna al-Khawarij and Fitna al-Hindustan operating from Afghan soil. Pakistan expects concrete and verifiable actions against these terrorist elements by the Taliban regime.
For now, both sides are talking, but also fighting. The coming days will show whether Doha's peace talks can prevent another round of violence or if the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan is headed back to the brink.